Hey y'all, welcome to the very first episode of So It's Like That, the show where we air it out, unpack the drama, and get to the bottom of the mess people find themselves in. I'm your host, Celvee Vega.
And I'm your co-host, Eb.
With your tea time analyst, Damel.
And today, the inbox has been hot. Y'all really didn't hold back. We asked students to send in their wildest, most confusing, straight up, why would they do me like that moments? And baby, y'all delivered. So we're going to be starting off with the story sent in by an anonymous student called Was I in an Emotionally Abusive Relationship? Ooh.
I feel like if you have to question it,
Maybe you are.
Baby, I don't know. It's a little spooky.
like, okay.
So we have a she on our hands. She says, greetings from Virginia. I would like to share a story about a past relationship I dealt with and have been reflecting on lately, mainly questioning if I was in an emotionally abusive relationship. I dated this guy my sophomore and junior years of high school, and things were relatively good, not much to complain about in the beginning. But as the relationship progressed, I realized our connection felt like we were friends that flirted once in a while and maybe even kissed. At least that's what he was giving off. I followed suit in the name of the love I had for him, quote unquote. But I wanted our relationship to feel more like we were boyfriend and girlfriend. I'd always make an effort to go on dates because I never had a problem with treating someone I was with, but I realized it was always one-sided. Now that you have an idea of the dynamic of our relationship, I wanted to touch on specific things this person would do that made me feel small and would make me second guess myself.
Can we pause right there? So this is the first problem. You wanted a relationship with a man who obviously didn't want a relationship with you. So anything that you went through afterwards, I'm not saying that it's invalidated, but we haven't even read all of it yet, but you knew what you was getting into.
It's giving the canon situationship events.
And
I hate to say
like,
it.
I feel like delusion just starts, it gets to a point. Like, it gets to a point.
I mean, a lot of people be out here selling dreams, though. We gotta give my girls some grace.
No, for real. Like, you never know. Like, everybody's like, oh, but maybe, we could grow into that. And, we're all here for growth, but...
Because we don't know. He could have been selling
one thing I would always say, if somebody isn't doing what you want them to do, there's somebody out here who will. But he was taking her on dates and stuff, so that's mad weird. So he is funny.
That's what I'm saying.
Clock it. Yeah, let's get into that.
Yeah, because I need,
At first, it just give it off, like, people, she was, like, creating an image in her head and, like, was just dealing with it because that's what she wanted. Like, she wanted them, so it's...
Yeah.
We've all been there once, maybe once.
We all make them compromises.
Girl, you're not alone.
But sometimes you don't want to compromise, I think.
So she says, to start with the most prominent memory I can think of, our anniversary had been coming up. Okay, so a year, y'all. I had to do a double take. I'm sorry. That's why I was.
They was going back and forth for they was dating for a year.
That's what a year.
Year.
That's a long time.
Or situationship, or what we're gonna call it.
No, but they were dating.
They were together.
They was going on dates. I mean, that's dating though.
Yeah. It is dating, right? It's just no title.
Yeah.
Like, it's not like, oh, are we dating exclusively? Oh, are we boyfriend girlfriend? Like, you didn't ask me your boyfriend, you didn't ask me your girlfriend, or you didn't ask me. Yeah.
I feel like if when they hit a year, and y'all not there yet,
right?
What you waiting for?
Bye.
I don't know.
First of all, I'm only a couple months.
Just dating someone for a year.
Right, because let's ask the audience, how long in y'all course of dating other people do you wait for them to actually deliver in the way that you want them to deliver? You know what I mean? Like, at what point do you sit there and okay, well, I want more? You know what I mean?
Let us know though.
We need to actually.
No, we need to know. The people need to know.
Please.
Me personally, 8 months. So
close enough.
No, 8 months is the most.
Bro.
The most. Okay. The maximum. If I don't think that I want to be with you by 8 months, or first of all, who even knows we're gonna get there? Because I can get bored with you and be done with you within a week, a day, not even within a week, a day. Because you can do something that's I'm oh yeah, you're not my person. But 8 months is the max.
Yeah.
Real.
When you get after I'm gonna say 5-6 months. Like, I feel like if there's no initiative being taken after that point, like, are we still, like, just dating? Like, is options still open? Like, I feel like I don't want to keep having these questions after, like, 5-6 months.
Exactly.
Okay. So to continue, she says, of course, that's a huge milestone. I wanted to celebrate with this person. So there I was again, planning and organizing what we do while he barely paid attention and threw random ideas out every few sentences. The plans get set and he agrees to everything. I forgot to mention that he'd started a new job a month earlier and had been trying to save up for a car. I had asked him 2 weeks in advance to give him time to take off for work before, you know, they made the schedule for, like, I guess their anniversary plans.
Right.
And the day of their plans, and she's practically dressed to go, and when she calls to go over, he proceeds to ask, what plans, ? And then tells her, quote unquote, that he was at work. So, to cut that story short, he tells her he didn't want to take any days off because he wanted to save for his car, and that she didn't ask him, she told him.
But you agreed. Anyway.
Like, you didn't make that clear. You should make that clear that...
But, like, I'm about to talk on both sides, but you want to finish it?
Oh, I have a statement. Like,
okay.
Because that right there would have just made me, like, scrap everything.
Why?
No, first of all, why are you even planning nothing? That's one. Like I get it. Like, I get it's your 1 year anniversary. But if you were an ain't poop person,
and you're doing it all by yourself, and I get the element of surprise. I get wanting to do something
right. There's nothing wrong with that, but
that from both ends. Like, I feel like he should have something for her if they're both, like, celebrating. Like, if this is a milestone of both of you, like, you both need to have.
Okay.
But this is where we come back to the selling dreams, because he sat there and agreed and was like, you know, oh, well, I'm with this or I'm with that. And even though he wasn't engaging in the way that she wanted, he was giving green lights. So I see why that, you know.
But, okay, so if I'm the dude, though, because on the other hand, like, if I was the dude, like, I could literally understand
men are never clear.
Needing to go to work. Because one thing about it, I'm going to go to work. Like, I'm sorry. Like, I'm going to go to work. I don't, but she told him in advance.
I was about to say, but it
was a new job, and you know how new jobs are, though. But you know how new jobs are. It's really hard to get off.
But did he try? It don't sound like he tried.
Right.
Like,
I was she did say 2 weeks in advance. She
like,
said
like,
she did let him know.
Right. But it depends on how new he was to the job. And, like, obviously, I'm not sticking up for him because I really don't know nothing he got going on.
Yeah.
But he wasn't wrong. But you really should have just chose yourself from the beginning. Period. Yeah. And I'm sorry, friend, because you're my friend. And this is stuff that I tell my friends, like, choose yourself.
Yeah.
Crazy?
Because you ain't going to do nothing but look crazy fooling with hell.
Wait, but let's finish.
Pain and heartache afterward. Oh, yeah, there's more.
So she says, he proceeded to be upset with me for being upset about his inconsideration and apathy, that we didn't talk for 4 days afterwards. And the talk wasn't an apology. He'd also do things to humiliate me and make me the butt of a joke in front of people. He was someone who used his silence as a way to get a reaction out of me. Sorry for the long story. I'd give more depth into the last things, but I feel like a lot of what I said already speaks for itself. When I was with the person, I always brushed it over because of how much I wanted things to work. But now that I'm out of my limerence, a lot of what I took from this person feels like emotional abuse. One more thing. This was the person's first relationship, so I'd often give him passes because I felt like he was still learning.
Can you look up the definition of emotional abuse?
Absolutely.
Because in order to really answer your question, I have to know what emotional abuse actually means. You know what I'm saying? Like, not just like what I think it means. Yeah. Like, I need a dictionary.
Emotional abuse includes non-physical behaviors that are meant to control, isolate, or frighten you. This may present in romantic relationships as threats, insults, constant monitoring, excessive jealousy, manipulation, humiliation, intimidation, and dismissiveness, among other things.
Okay, so according to the definition, when you were saying how, like, he manipulates, he was like making you do the joke in front of people, all that stuff. I guess that.
That's definitely the conclusion I came through. I mean, I felt like for a year, even to be playing with somebody and, you know, taking somebody's time and energy and giving them, you know, this idea or this hope that they're gonna engage more and they're gonna progress and they're gonna, you know, do the things that this person expects. It is emotional abuse because you already know in your heart of hearts that that's not what you want.
As you said, one more thing. This was his first relationship, and I gave him a lot of passes because he was still learning. You don't have to give nobody passes.
That's true. You don't gotta take no man in and show him. You don't gotta take a boy in and show him how to be a man. Like, it's not
exactly.
If he wanted to, he will.
And there you have it.
Period.
And there you have it.
Yeah.
If you got a story that made you go, so it's like that, send it in anonymously or not. We'll read it right here because your drama deserves a panel, a laugh, and a little bit of love. Thanks for kicking it with us on episode 1. We'll catch you next time.